International news and information. This is BBC World.
This is The World Today from BBC News. I'm Jonathan Charles. In a moment, World Business Report with Sally. But first, let's get a summary of our main stories this hour. The US Defence Secretary says that the dispute over the deployment of troops in Afghanistan could turn NATO into a two-tier alliance. The Turkish Parliament has approved a government move to hold a vote on its controversial proposal to ease the ban on women wearing Islamic headscarves in the country's universities. The vote will take place on Saturday. Super Tuesday voters in the US backed John McCain as the Republican presidential nominee, but it's still not clear who will represent the Democratic Party. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama both claim to be in the lead. Japanese scientists are trying to develop a paper plane, which they hope will survive a return trip to Earth from outer space. And those are the latest headlines from BBC World News. Now for the latest financial news, Sally's here with all the money in World Business Report.
Hello, good to have you with us. This is World Business Report. I'm Sally Bundock. Here are the headlines. Crunch time. The UK and the Eurozone decide on interest rates. Deutsche Bank reveals how the subprime crisis has hit its bottom line.
A leading ratings agency is reportedly about to change the way it measures risk as the auditor PricewaterhouseCoopers warns that the subprime crisis will get worse.
Here in Asia, it's the most expensive Lunar New Year ever, with forecasts of tougher times ahead in the Year of the Rat.
It's a crucial day for two of the world's most powerful central banks, and one which could prove decisive for their respective economies. And it's all to do with the cost of borrowing. This is World Business Report. Plenty more to come in the programme, including a turbulent outlook or clear skies ahead for the aviation industry. Airbus gives us its verdict. This is World Business Report on The World Today. It's time now for the main news headlines. Over to Jonathan for those.
Sal, thank you very much indeed. Hours before a high-level NATO meeting, the head of the alliance has warned that failure of its mission in Afghanistan would make terror attacks in the West more likely. The Turkish Parliament has approved a government move to hold a vote on its controversial proposal to ease the ban on women wearing Islamic headscarves in the country's universities. And Super Tuesday voters in the US backed John McCain as the Republican presidential nominee. But 48 hours later, for the Democratic Party, it's still too close to call.
In business, will they or won't they? The ECB and Bank of England decide whether to cut the cost of borrowing. And Deutsche Bank reveals how badly it's been hit by the subprime crisis in America. One of the biggest players in the aviation business gives us its verdict on the state of the industry later today. That's almost all from me too, but just to show you again how things are going in Asia, these markets are some of the few that are open. Most markets are closed today for the lunar holidays, but Japan at the moment up 100 points with 5 minutes of trading remaining on today's session. Thin trade really, because not many people out and about. They're all celebrating the new year. Now, reminding you of our top story, the European Central Bank and Bank of England are both set to announce what they'll do with interest rates as they both grapple with slowing growth. That's all from World Business Report. I'm Sally Bundock.
And I'm Jonathan Charles. Our main headline, NATO's head says failure in Afghanistan would make terror attacks in the West more likely. That's all from The World Today. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.